Hello, my name is Jason Tiedick, and I've got something pretty cool to share with you, our Training Techniques Mastery course. I've been able to consolidate my years of experience as a trainer to the trainers and bring you this unique certification course which will up your value no matter what company you set your foot in. So what's your first step to becoming the trainer every trainee wants to learn from? Simple. Obtain your Training Techniques Specialist certification today. For starters, you'll be learning how to immediately hook your class and get them salivating for what you're about to teach, even if they didn't think they wanted to learn it. You'll also be introduced to a guaranteed method to get buy-in from even the most reluctant and challenging trainees, and how to address all 4 learning styles of adults simultaneously in your classroom. Look, I can go on and on about the pain points we'll be solving in this mastery course. Or you could do yourself a big favor and check out our course page today and see how we'll get you to the point where you can motivate any trainees while simultaneously increasing engagement and retention in less time. It's your call. Let this opportunity pass you by or answer the door when opportunity comes knocking. I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Now we're going to take it to a whole nother level. This entire module is completely practical stuff. We're just going to go to everything you can think of that's practical, all nuggets that you can have. What I'm going to do here is I'm literally going to walk you through the beginning to the end of a class and tell you exactly what you need to do at any given time. I'm going to make this real. What is it that is nervous for you? What's a crutch that you're using? What's your crutch? So if I have a pen in my hand and I need it, which I do now, it's not a crutch. But if I'm using it to stop myself from being nervous and I'm twiddling it around, that's a crutch. I'm going to teach you today how to deal with inflections, volume, and pace to handle tone. Did you hear that? Right now, I've got participation going like crazy in here. You guys are participating like crazy in here. Because of what strategy are we using? Brainstorm and discuss. It's amazing, isn't it? And we're getting lecture to happen. I get to talk about stuff. I was going to teach this stuff anyway. Right? Jim just came up with something, new ideas that I was going to say anyway. But he says it. It's powerful for him, and then I get to add stuff to it. How cool is this? How can you use this in your class? I'm turning it around on you every time I do something. I want you to think about this. How are you going to use a brainstorm and discuss? How are you going to do what I'm doing right now for one of your topics? Ask yourself. Your eyes can tell everything. If I were to smile sincerely, I could cover up my nose and my mouth, and you could see the smile in my eyes. A lot of trainers forget this. And the number one thing you need to do with your trainees, you're going to be surprised when I say this, is to make them feel safe. Write that down. Ways to make your trainees feel more comfortable. Number one way is to make your trainees feel safe. This changes everything. I've worked with trainers who have said, Jason, I need to feel more comfortable when I'm welcome, and it's just so awkward for me to go up to somebody and shake their hand and tell them hi. It's just so weird for me. And I say to the trainer, it's not about you. You need to make that person feel good. It's not about you. It's kind of like I was going swimming a couple days ago in the lake, and boy, I did not want to get in that water. It was so cold, and I fought it at first, but once I got my head under there, I was really excited. That wasn't a bad story, was it? That's another cool trick for humor. If something flops, just make fun for a while. Or just pause and kind of look at your audience. I've been reading a lot of books on humor lately because I'm really interested in this. And one of the things that the comedians will always say is that actually the times when they can get people to erupt in laughter like just happened is when they say something, and then the trick is you just kind of look at them and go, and then they just start laughing because it's this awkward, weird thing, but they laugh because they like you. It's actually a trick. You can find out, it's a litmus test for whether that you have built rapport. If you can get people to laugh at stuff like that, that means they like you. That's good. The 3 keys to answer any question that has literally lit fires under every trainer I've seen and allowed them to finally get this is this. When you answer a question, you absolutely must show them that you care about them and their question. That's number 1. Write that down. You must show them, this is the page before the boundary expectation in a box there, that you care about them. You must also show them that you know the answer even if you don't. You must use a poker face. Have you heard of the poker face? You would not believe how many trainers I've seen that give away that they don't know. They walk backwards, they look up, they scratch their head, they pause longer, they look at this side of the room and not that. You can't do this. Same exact poker face no matter whether you know or not. They can't know what your hand is. I'm going to teach you how to do this in a second. And number 3, that you will meet their needs. These are incredibly important. Most trainers don't know they're important. They don't know why they're important. But I'm going to tell you that when you answer a question, your trainees want 3 things from you. When they ask a question, they go, trainer, I got a question. They want to see that you care about it. They want to know you know the answer. And they want it met. Those are the 3 things.
I'm an experienced trainer, and so, you always come to these and you think you're going to get a few little nuggets, but we got a ton of nuggets. You have him giving you not just what you're supposed to do, but how to do it.
Not just a presenter, not just a teacher, not just a facilitator, but recognizing that an elite trainer, I guess, encompasses all of those titles and roles. So anybody who's really serious and wants to be really, really great at their job, if that's what their job is, I would definitely recommend it.
And this rule of the room teaching technique, I think, is very unique and will probably revolutionize your classroom, the way that it's revolutionized our classroom and our training session, and really is equipping people to train so that their trainees have retention and are really able to learn the material that you want to present.
Okay, this is what's coming up in our training industry. This is what's going to empower you, and as you get good with this, it's going to take you to that next level. The validation that we received today, I think it came on the heels of him saying how many trainers he's gone out and watched, how much information he's taken from others. And you could tell, yeah, because it's polished. And we've watched many trainers, and we can tell you the accolades that we've gotten here. And we knew the things that we were doing were correct. But when someone that is at that level comes in and not necessarily says you're doing it right or you're doing it wrong, but this is the way to do it, and then we can see ourselves lining up with that, that's more validation than anyone can ever come and tell you.
I've never felt like a teaching natural. I've always felt like, I'm sort of the guy who learns by slow experience and lots of mistakes. And I kind of I feel like I get a bit of a fast forward here, that I can learn a lot of the things that I would just kind of stumble over the course of years.
I'm an instructional designer and a trainer, so that I design, I also train. And so when you look at it from the instructional design standpoint, all the nuggets that we got today, like you said, the Maverick part, that was like really yes.
Use of tone in your voice was extremely important for me to learn today, and how to really fluctuate and use that technique in a classroom situation to bring people back around. You can really address the different types of learners that are present.
We're going to go back and make great things. I love to see people empowered, and I know that our team was empowered today.
It's hard to even categorize because there's nothing like it that I've done.